Zhang Yi stared at the message on his phone, the Jiangnan investigation team's directive clear and urgent. Every combat-capable member of Tianhai's 5 major factions was to converge at the snow worship cult St. John's Cathedral in Tianfeng district. Pacing by the living room window, he weighed the implications until Yang Xinxin wheeled over, her sharp mind instantly cutting through the fog. She identified the Baishuai cult's sole strategic asset, its sheer volume of followers, and concluded the investigation team intended to use the cultists and assembled forces as a massive beacon to draw every zombie horde in the city into a single kill zone. The realization settled over Zhang Yi, the team's speed and intelligence superiority were undeniable, and their decapitation strikes in the subway and at Yancheng base proved they possessed actionable knowledge his group lacked. He called a meeting in the living room, laying out the order to Uncle Yu, Liang Yu, and the others. Uncle Yu's instincts flared at the prospect of open war between the human alliance and the zombie army, but Zhang Yi remained calm, viewing the coalition as a shield of cannon fodder that would absorb the brunt of the pressure. He stressed the usual doctrine, survival first, mission second. When Zhou Kur insisted on accompanying them as a doctor, her worry evident, Zhang Yi refused without hesitation. The coming convergence would involve unimaginable numbers of the dead, he could not guarantee her safety amid that chaos, and he would not risk the team's focus fracturing to protect non-combatants. The decision stood, they would move out at dawn, a small, flexible spearhead entering a battlefield designed to swallow the city's undead whole. Zhang Yi initially dismisses Zhou Kur's request to accompany the combat deployment to St. John's Cathedral, warning she cannot protect herself and would become a liability. Uncle Yu intervenes, arguing that with nearly all fighting strength of Tianhai's 5 major forces mobilized, the engagement will be protracted and medical logistics are critical. He notes the team's zero-casualty record cannot hold forever in a large-scale melee where any injury in -60-degree temperatures risks necrosis or death. Persuaded, Zhang Yi agrees to bring Zhou Kur but orders her to remain hidden in the rear and treat wounds only when needed. Lu Karen also volunteers, citing improved marksmanship, but Zhang Yi refuses, stating guns are largely useless against zombies, and permits only Zhou Kur to join. Before departure, Zhang Yi hands Zhou Kur a small silver pistol for self-defense against human threats, acknowledging the temporary alliance with other factions remains fragile. The group seals the shelter and speeds toward the cathedral in 2 snowmobiles. Meanwhile, the Jiangnan investigation team arrives at the snow worship cult headquarters. Zhang Yixuan greets them amid visible carnage, bloodstains, severed limbs, and cultists gnawing giant rat flesh, yet the visitors show no shock. Wu Di brusquely declares they are there to settle the situation and demands obedience, provoking Han Chang until Zhang Yixuan silences his subordinate. Dian Junwo quiets Wu Di with a glance and asks the high priest for an exact death toll. Zhang Yixuan hesitates, then admits the Baishu sect has lost thousands in recent fighting, estimating 3,000 to 4,000 cult members dead, with infected members euthanized to prevent mutation. The Jiangnan investigation team, led by the blind captain Dian Junwo, arrives at St. John's Cathedral in the Tianfeng district to assume command over the converging factions. Amidst the carnage of the recent zombie siege, Dian Junwo confronts High Priest Zhang Yixuan regarding the snow worship cult's staggering losses, confirming 3,000 to 4,000 cultists have perished. The conversation turns immediately to logistics when Dian Junwo demands to know how the cult fed its thousands of followers in the frozen wasteland. Zhang Yixuan offers a vague explanation about excavating buried supermarkets, but the investigation team, particularly the sharp-tongued driver Wu Di, dismisses this as impossible given the snow depth and energy expenditure. Wu Di bluntly suggests the cult survived by consuming their own dead, an accusation that ignites fury in the cult's superhuman enforcer Han Chang and the cleric Dai Mei. Tensions spike until both Dian Junwo and Zhang Yixuan simultaneously silence their subordinates. The high priest, acknowledging the gravity of the moment, agrees to show the outsiders the truth, leading them toward a looming, coffin-like abandoned building beside the cathedral. As they approach, Dian Junwo's heightened post-blindness senses paint a horrifying picture. The structure is not a building but a colossal, crashing monstrosity hundreds of meters tall, its roots tangled deep beneath the snow. Inside, the air is thick with a strangely sweet, fresh scent of blood. The team penetrates deeper into the gloom to find the interior entirely consumed by a gigantic, mutated plant, the blood vine, its bright red branches and leaves glowing with an eerie dark light and heavy with crimson fruit. Zhang Yixuan plucks a fruit, explaining the vine absorbs surrounding nutrients and converts them into life force, providing a non-toxic food source the cult has relied on for months. When Dian Junwo notes the yield would be insufficient for thousands, Zhang Yixuan gestures upward to an oval, human-shaped cocoon suspended from the ceiling, wrapped tight in feeding mines. Meng Xiyu gasps in realization, asking if they use humans as nourishment. Zhang Yixuan corrects her coldly, not living humans, but human remains. The Jiangnan investigation team followed High Priest Zhang Yixuan into the depths of an abandoned building adjacent to St. John's Cathedral, where they encountered the horrifying source of the snow worship cult's sustenance. The vast central space had been completely overtaken by a colossal mutated blood vine, its thick trunks pulsating rhythmically like breathing organs, stretching from floor to ceiling. Thousands of oval cocoons coated the walls and floors, each containing a human corpse. Zhang Yixin placed a hand on his chest, closed his eyes, and intoned a prayer declaring the pioneer's flesh and blood as the cult's sustenance. Confirming the team's grim suspicions, the cult fertilized the blood vine with their dead, which then bore fruit to feed the living. Wu Di bluntly equated the practice to cannibalism, though Meng Xiu noted it avoided prion infection and was psychologically more palatable. Zhang Yixin acknowledged this as the Baishu sect's greatest secret, vital to thousands of followers, and asked for discretion. Dian Junwu agreed, and the team proceeded to toss the offered red fruit among themselves like a macabre game, none willing to consume it. Zhang Yixin departed with a strange smile to inform sect leader Yuan Kongye of the team's request to meet her. In his absence, the team discussed the rumors surrounding Yuan Kongye's ability to awaken superpowers in others without cost. Dian Junwu confirmed the regional leadership's intense interest, stating that if the rumors held true, her strategic value would rival that of an epsilon-level superhuman, the highest known classification, exemplified only by a mysterious figure in the Shangjing region. He revealed he had once been groomed for that level but was barred by an innate flaw. The team now awaited Yuan Kongye's arrival, their interest sharply piqued by the possibility of an epsilon-equivalent asset within Tianhai.